it's not just about the money for them. They want to actually help them out, give them quality work and something good to start with. So that's why I say 150 to 300, because I've spent, up to 300, even sometimes more, just on headshots. I went to LA for the first time. I want to say 2 months ago. I went to LA, and with I'm not even going to include the traveling, the commute, and all of that.
Thank you for tuning in to Visit Vegas Places with Coyal, where we showcase business owners and entrepreneurs in the fabulous city of Las Vegas and internationally. So take notes. This is Real Vegas, real topics, real business with real owners, and you just might hit the jackpot. Welcome back to another Friday. Now, did you guys know there are 2 new movie studios that are currently being built in Las Vegas? Yes, 2. The first one is the Las Vegas Media Campus. It's being developed by Bercher Development in partnership with UNLV. And that campus will be located near the Durango Resort and Casino and will include 7 sound stages, a backlot, and an education facility for UNLV film students. Construction is set to begin in 2025 and it should open in 2027. Also, the other one is the Sony's Picture Studio. That's being developed by the Howard Hughes Corporation we all are aware of. That studio will be located in Summerlin. And that will include 6 sound stages, a backlot, and a retail village. Construction is expected to begin in 2024 and the studio is scheduled to open in 2026. That's soon, you guys, right around the corner. Now, both of these studios are expected to create thousands of jobs and attract new businesses to the Las Vegas area. They also expect to boost the local economy, bringing in millions of dollars in revenue. Yes. Now, the campus will also accommodate a variety of productions, including feature films, television shows, and commercials. In the Sony's Picture Studio, that studio you'll be able to accommodate large-scale productions such as superhero movies and disaster films. It's going to be Hollywood in Las Vegas, y'all. And guess what? My guest today, she's going to be featured in every one of those studios, turning her dreams into reality on the big screen. And she's trending on all the social media platforms. Let me introduce to you. It's Chandra White. See, I got it right. Chandra, the actress, you guys. Chandra. See, I did it again. I did it again. Chandra. You guys make sure it's Chandra. Chandra White. Yes. Chandra, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining me.
Oh, of course. I am thrilled. I'm still in shock right now. I'm in awe that, I was even invited to your show, but I feel so privileged. So I'm just, I'm taking it all in.
I'm more shocked that you accepted my invite because I do get no's. Yes, there are people who say no to me. Yes, that's part of business. Yes. But also I have those that said no, but said yes later down the line also. Mm-hmm. So never, a no is not always you're not qualified. Sometimes that no is just not right now. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you got to take a no. It's probably not right now, but later.
I hear that.
I'm glad you're here with me.
I gave you a yes because I believe in what you're doing. I think it's awesome that you are. This is your platform, but I feel like you're also creating a space for other people like me who are trying to, climb the ladder and get themselves out there. And any mediums that are available to us. I mean, especially with me, I want to jump on that opportunity, because you never know where it's going to take you, and you never know who's listening, and so on and so forth. So.
That's a smart woman right there. She's the perfect actress. And this actress has some quick advice for us. I need you to give us advice on actors. Now that you hear what I gave the first news when we start off, what about actors that are moving, from New York or from the East or Midwest, out West? They're looking for a role. What are 3 main key items a starting actor would need to have in place before starting?
Well, first, I would say make sure you do your research, have a plan. I mean, that's really with anything that you do. But with this kind of industry, you don't want to just jump on something and off of impulse and just move somewhere thinking or expecting it to go a certain way. I learned the hard way. Don't have any expectations. That's the number one thing. Never have any expectations. Definitely have the confidence, bring that confidence and, believe in yourself and see that vision and do what you need to do to execute that vision. But have a plan, do your research, make sure that where you're trying to move, that there's actually work, So, I mean, I've heard stories of people moving somewhere and they have this dream, this idea, and it flops within 6 months, maybe a year if you're lucky, depending on your situation. But they didn't do their homework. They didn't do their research. So that is the number one thing I would definitely say. Do your research and have a plan. Have recent headshots. I feel like with any person that's in this industry, you're going to hear them say that. Definitely have headshots. You want to have your commercial and your theatrical headshots. One thing that I've learned when learning how to take photos is always tell a story in your photo. Don't just look at the camera, show your pretty teeth and smile, but put your personality into it. Even if you are quote unquote giving, a vibe of a certain character that you want to play, put yourself into that. So whether it's, tilting your head a certain way, or maybe, turning a certain angle with your body, or pretending like you're laughing and as if someone told you a funny joke or something, give the casting directors, whoever's looking at your work, give them a reason to take a second look at what you're putting out. So definitely have headshots. And, wherever you're going, if you're going for a specific role, or if your type that you're trying to target, have some training under your belt, whether it's just a couple of classes, you take an improv class. I know that for me specifically, I want to do more drama, action drama. I just find that to be extremely exciting. I don't know if you've seen the show SWAT, but certain characters in that show, I just think is exciting. So I would need to take training classes that's revolved around that. I can't go into an audition room for a role and I don't even know, how to really audition for it, because it's not just about your talent. It's also about how you look too. I learned that the hard way.
True.
When I first started out, there was all these different things that I wanted to do. And, even though I might feel like I have the talent for it, it's not just about that. If you don't have that look that they want, or that they prefer to sell their products, then they're not going to go for you. So definitely do your research, have a plan, have your headshots, up-to-date headshots, and it looks like you. Don't just, throw on a costume or something and take pictures. Make sure it looks like you. And also, have some training, some knowledge under your belt before you just up and move somewhere.
So. That's great advice. That's some real good advice. Now, what about those? This doesn't really get talked about a lot, and you seem already very knowledgeable in the acting field. A lot of parents have kids that are aware of the skills or the talent they have in some of their kids, and they don't know where to start or how much that would take. In a ballpark figure, if a parent was listening and for their child, they knew was a good actor, want to get them in and get them started, how much is a ball figure park to get headshots done and probably some classes done? How much is a good range that you could have prepared to get the ball rolling?
I would say on average, you're looking anywhere between, and this is quality work. So keep that in mind. This is not, someone who, someone who's just starting out or anything. If you want really good quality work, you're looking anywhere between $150 to $300, anywhere within that range. And I put that because I've come across people who, they do have different prices, and some people, because they know how expensive it can be, they want to, it's not just about the money for them. They want to actually help them out, give them quality work and something good to start with. So that's why I say 150 to 300, because I've spent, up to 300, even sometimes more, just on headshots. I went to LA for the first time. I want to say 2 months ago. I went to LA, but I'm not even going to include the traveling, the commute, and all of that. But just to get my headshots done, I was smart about it. I saw that he actually had a deal going on, and I was able to get 2 different looks for it was in total, it was $200. Normally, he charges anywhere between, I believe it's 300 and up, just depending on what you want. So make sure you shop around. And if you see someone that has good quality work and you don't, necessarily agree with their price, keep, checking up on them, because they might have deals going on. So, yeah.
That's right. Another more great advice. Now, Chandra's commercial film, she's an actress, a model. She's done it all. Now, you done this all in a short span, though. I follow you, and you just evolving, and you keep evolving and evolving.
Thank you.
What sparked your passion? The first thing that sparked the passion that you knew that this is a career. I have to really involve my time and focus into acting.
Okay, so this might sound a little funny, but it was the natural high that I got off of it. It was a natural high. It was a natural excitement. It was like, it was just a feeling. It was just kind of like a consuming feeling, a good feeling, excuse me, that took over. I get bored very easily. Sometimes my attention span can just, like I could be watching a movie and I could be in it for 20 minutes and I don't know, something could float by and I'm looking at that and I'm like, I get bored with things. But with acting and everything that goes into it, it's challenging, it's rewarding, it's fulfilling, it's it's frustrating. it's all these different things, but in the best way. And it in a way, it's kind of hard for me to explain, but in a way it's helping me learn different things about myself. And I don't get that in my day-to-day job, my 9 to 5. If money wasn't a matter, I would drop it like a bad habit. I'm not even even joking.
Right. But, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But acting is my escape. It's where I feel like myself and I can just do whatever, without being judged or looked at funny or, it's just, there's just a natural high that I get off of it. And I was like, you know what? This is it. And then, the more I learn and practice, I realize I'm actually good at it. So, yeah.
You are. And I can vouch she is really good at it. Now,
Thank you.
Before we speak on how good you are at it, give the audience a brief background and the background that led to your acting career, some of your parts, and just a little brief background of how you led to it.
So I was at my high school reunion, and this was all unintentional. I was at my high school reunion, and everyone's just catching up or what have you. I had maybe, one too many drinks, liquid courage. One of my old friends, he was actually he was with my childhood best friend at the time, and he is a photographer. Shout out to Ryder. And we got to just talking about just different things. And I ended up telling him about how I've always dreamt about being an actress. And, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I just, I was just basically just like word vomit, just spilling out all this passion and just where I see myself. And, the conversation led to him telling me about an individual who's already in the field. And, at this time, he was still climbing the ladder. And he ended up giving me his contact information. And he was like, yeah, talk to this person. Shout out to Ben Stolberg. That's who it was. And, he was like, hopefully he can guide you in the right direction. So the next day I ended up calling him because I was like, yeah, I don't really know where this is going to take me, but hey, I have nothing to lose. Let's find out. So I called him. He didn't answer, but I left him a voicemail. An hour or two later, he called me. We ended up being on the phone for over 3 hours. 3 hours just talking about different classes, books to read, people to look out for on Facebook. And, he led me to that door, and I opened it and I walked through, and I just started my journey from there. So it all started from a drunk conversation at my high school reunion.
Well, now as we speak, she has a roster of films, you guys, with one specifically you wanted to promote and speak highly on, and that's My Father's Keeper. Give us in details about My Father's Keepers. Let us know.
Oh, man. So very interesting how this started out. So My Father's Keeper, I ended up finding out about this film on Facebook. This is actually where a lot of us actors who are still starting out, and we go onto these different acting groups on Facebook. So if you are starting out, definitely go on Facebook and look for these acting groups, because that is a good place to start. So I saw this casting call from director Vicky Gladney. She is amazing. And she was holding an open, casting. I went into the audition. I actually went into audition for one of the other sisters, one of the twins. And they liked the audition. But then I ended up getting a phone call from her, and she was like, I've liked the audition that you did, but I don't see you for this person. I see you for Jessie, which is the older sister, the main character of the film. And, she told me, she was like, so I'm going to give you these sides, the lines that she wanted me to practice. And then there was a date that she gave me to do the audition, and then we're going to take it from there. So sad part about it, I ended up getting COVID maybe a few days before I was supposed to go into the audition. And I was devastated. I felt like my life was over. Because I really believed in the film. I believed in the script. I believed in her. And it felt right. And I was just so down that I couldn't do it. So I emailed her. I let her know, like, hey, I can't come in. I got COVID, da, 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 da. And, I feel like this was a film that was handpicked for me from God, because Vicky told me, she was like, don't worry about it. Worry about getting better. And, if I don't find somebody to fill this role, then, I still want you to do it. So I was like, well, okay. So I did whatever I needed to do, got better. I didn't think I was going to get it. I was like, there's no way, because I ended up having COVID for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay. And so I ended up emailing her. I don't remember if I emailed her or she emailed me, but basically we got back in contact, and I told her I was feeling better, and she told me, she was like, I want you to come to a cast rehearsal and, just sit in and we'll figure something out. I didn't know if I had the role or not, but I'm just going to follow instructions. So I went to the rehearsal, and, little by little, she was giving me different things to do. And I saw her, she was watching me. And I want to say after the second or third rehearsal that I went to, she was like, oh yes, that role is yours. It's yours. It's always been yours. And I was over the moon. But we did martial arts training. We learned karate. There are some fighting scenes in the movie. We learned how to hold handhelds the correct way, some safety protocols. And we did training every weekend, I want to say for almost 2 months. And we had consistent rehearsals. Like, she was on it. Everybody was on it. I mean,
wow.
The dynamic between everybody, it was undeniable. The chemistry was undeniable. Probably one of the best experiences I've ever experienced. It was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, if the films that the audience that are listening right now, if they wanted to go see any film of you that are in it that is out right now, give us 2 of those films that you enjoyed acting in, and where can they find it? The name of them, and where can they find the film?
So, My Father's Keeper is streaming on both Tubi and Amazon Prime. So go check that out. Go check it out. It's great. And another film that I did, Define Love Part 1, that is also on Tubi. That was my very first film that I did that's actually released out to the public. And it was definitely in my earlier times. It wasn't, for me personally, I mean, I'm my own worst critic. I don't feel like I was as good as I am now, but we got to start somewhere, right? But that is also on Tubi. So Define Love Part 1 and My Father's Keeper is on Tubi and Amazon Prime.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, you have an acting website you created yourself.
Yes.
You created this yourself, correct?
Yes, I did. I did everything myself.
This website it's beautiful. It is.
Thank you.
Those who are listening, actors, I always say, go look at the best. So those who are acting, especially those who are here in Vegas, prepare yourself. As I gave you news at the beginning of this podcast, this is about to be an acting city, almost like Hollywood here in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
She's prepared a beautiful website to promote her skills and talent in acting. Tell us about your website and how you created this website.
Okay, so I'm the kind of person where I don't like to blend in with everybody. I always like to do something. I'm extra. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm extra. Like, I don't like to do anything halfway. And this industry is extremely competitive. So you have to find any little bit that you can to stand out from the rest. So I've noticed that there are actors who do have websites, but there's not a lot. So I said, okay, let me try that. And I'm not only am I an actress, but I'm also a content creator as well. So I'm learning. I challenge myself and learn different ways to, elevate in that area. So I thought to myself, well, yeah, I need to find a different way to showcase my work. And I thought a website would be the perfect route to go. My friend Erica, shout out to Erica. She is, now I guess my personal photographer. It just kind of turned in that way. Cause she's in that field, photography, and, I have been her muse, and, I need something to put out. So we kind of just leaned on each other to help us, move up. And I took every little bit of thing that I had, whether it was pictures, short films, my resume, anything that I've done thus far, I put it all into this website. And I just turned it into something beautiful. I will say, once I created it, I had a very hard time trying to figure out what to call it. I went back and forth about it for over 6 months. And my dad actually helped me come up with my handle, with my name, imckw.com. That was actually my dad's idea.
Right.
And we spent over an hour trying to figure it out. And you wouldn't believe, a lot of the ideas we came up with was already taken. So that's what made it even harder. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So my dad is sending me all these different ideas, and I'm like, Daddy, no, not that one, not that one. He was like, no, I'm in my creative space. I'm trying to figure it out. I was like, okay, my bad. And then we came up with the name that we got. And so I would say, if anyone is interested in creating their own website, you don't have to have, all the latest stuff, all the high tech technology and everything. A lot of the things that I've done is stuff from my phone. It's all on my phone, different apps and stuff. You just have to put your own feel to it. Like I said in the beginning, talking about headshots, try to put your own personality, make it look like you, or someone look at it, is like, you know what, that looks like something she would do, or that's something I've always seen him do, so allow people to see who you are. And that's what I carried with me while I was creating it. So.
Oh yeah. Chandra White. You got, see? Chandra.
Yeah.
Chandra. See? You see? I got even a ring to it, and I can say it with confidence.
There you Chandra. Go. Yes. Say my name with confidence.
I can even do it with your skills, the acting skills. Chandra, you going to let me know how was your day? I called you earlier. Okay. You didn't answer.
Oh my gosh.
So now we're playing funny games with each other now,
okay, I see you with the Power 88 voice. Stay tuned, Chandra White, tonight at 7 p.m.
I'll be back. I have other things to attend to, you guys. Hold one moment. I need answers.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man, it's beautiful. Now, you got to let them know the website handle. You gave us the whole story. Let us know the website handle. You guys, she's going to let us know over the airways, but I do have them in the show notes for you. And then also your social media handles. You guys have to check out her skits on social media. She is blowing up.
Yes.
Let us know the handles.
Check your girl out. So my website is www.imckw.com. Even if you go into Google, I Google myself. You go into Google, you put in She Who Shines, my website will pop up. You put in my name, Chandra White, all of my stuff will pop up. So that's my website, imckw.com. The She Who Shines, that's actually the meaning of my name. She who outshines the stars is the full meaning of my name. But I didn't want it to come off as arrogant, so I chose She Who Shines. So that's the website. My social media, my TikTok is Chan Mill. So that's CHAN as in Nancy, M as in Mary, ILLE. It's a mixture of my first name and my middle name, Chan Mill. You'll see my different reenactments that I do, content that I've created, promotional videos for different films that I've done, also promotional videos of my website. That is where all of my creativity goes, is on TikTok.
Yes. I love it.
My Instagram is my name, Chandra White. It's _ Chandra White. That is my Instagram. So come check me out.
Yes, much love. And if you're a director or a writer, or if you guys are a producer, anything in that field, you guys already know. That's why I have her on. She's fully stamped official. I vouch for her. She's on. Now we're going to find out what she like, either this or that. We're going to find out.
Oh, Chandra, Lord, don't ask me nothing too hard.
I want to find out. Chandra, I need to find out from you. Do you like this or that?
Oh, okay. Well, let's find out. Let's find out which one I like.
All right. So for this or that, we're going to find out, which did you like as a sitcom show? Wayne Brothers or Jamie Foxx show?
Oh.
Right. I went back too.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to have to go with Wayne Brothers. I do like the Jamie Foxx show, but Wayne Brothers is man.
You know what smashed on them? They get you with the hook show, the soul song.
Yeah.
When the sun comes on,
oh my gosh. That was actually that was a bomb show. Yeah, the Wayne Brothers.
It was,
Brothers,
it was.
We
colored. Yeah, it's like you gotta look at this. Like, what are they talking about? What are these idiots talking about? Right.
Oh yeah, hands
Now
down.
you next day you know you didn't watch the whole show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my jam. That was my jam.
That's right. I love it, man. I love it. I would have picked the same. So now tell me what's the easiest putting yourself on the writer side of the game. What's the easiest to write out in your opinion, a sitcom or a movie?
Ooh. Hmm. I'm gonna have to honestly, I'm gonna have to go with a movie to be the easiest. Yeah,
The easiest.
I may have to go with film because I've done a little bit of writing myself, and you know, with film, you have a little bit of wiggle room to, you know, kind of just write things out, and you know, you change things where you see fit. But with a sitcom, there's so much technical. There's a lot of you know, back stuff that is to be considered. You know, you're setting up the dialogue for a joke or something, you know, like if you have one character say one thing, it has to fall in line with something later on. Like it all it's like full circle, it all ties in together. And I feel you have to I feel like there's a certain skill with that.
It is, yeah. And then also the language has to be universal. Exactly. It's like you got to sum down a whole convo, like shrink it. Like I need to get all this info in this. like you got a full convo off of 5 lines. We had a full blown convo off of 5 lines, which would have took us 10 or 15 minutes to talk out.
Hello.
That takes skills. Yeah, it does take skills.
Which I fully, and with this whole strike going on right now, I'm in full agreement with that. You know, we got to show our writers some love because without them, there's nothing. We don't have any shows, no entertainment. Like they are the master behind all of this, so we got to treat them better, man.
That's right. Yes, good answer. Good answer. I love it. I love it. Now, getting to the theatrical side, would you rather do a live screenplay or a musical?
Well, considering that I've done it before.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I was in The Color Purple. I played Squeak.
Wow. Wow.
So just a regular play, a live play, or a musical?
Right. Right.
Oh. So a musical.
You've done a musical before?
Say it again.
You done a musical before?
I have. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, well, yeah, because The Color Purple, it was a musical.
Okay,
it was a musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did Squeak and the ensemble, and there was a lot of work that went into that.
I bet that takes skills to turn a movie to a musical. That takes skill. Yeah, exactly. It does. Like, no, you can't just freestyle that. You got to rewrite it, match things up.
You
have to.
Ad-lib, like, no,
not at all.
No,
you can't. That took something that nobody ever going to ever see.
Exactly.
How that got invented. Exactly. Right. You will never see that.
Man. And they are, you know, they're very anal about that, you know, because that's, again, the writers, like, I wrote it a specific way. So say the line the way I wrote it. I would definitely say a musical. Even though it is a lot of work and it's exhausting and frustrating at times, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun, especially when you have a good cast. When you have a good group of people around you, it doesn't matter what goes into it because everyone is pulling each other, you know, and wants to it brings the best out of everybody, you know? So I would definitely say a musical. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I had
I can imagine.
Oh gosh, there were times where I definitely cried. I was frustrated. I wanted to quit, you know, this, that, and the other, just for a number of reasons. But again, you know, the people that were actually supported me, that was in the cast, pushed me forward. And, you know, at the end I was like, you know what? I'm glad I did that. It was dope. It was dope.
I
Definitely a
love it. I
musical.
love it. Yeah, I can imagine how rewarding that can be after it's done watching it. I
Yeah.
can imagine.
I want to
All
say
right.
the I want to say that's when I really got my props from my dad because he was definitely, the type of man where, you get an education, you need, he wanted us to be a decent human being and, contribute to society, all of that. Anything outside of practical things, he wasn't really too on board with it. But then I got older and
Right.
I put in the work and I showed action like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm putting out. Da, 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 da. And he came to the musical, The Color Purple. And when I saw him, it was like, I don't know. I didn't even know who this man was standing in front of me. He was so proud. And I got emotional because I've never seen him like that.
Beautiful.
And he was like, yeah, like you did your thing. Like, I'm so proud of you. So yeah. Definitely. If you get a chance, to all my creatives, my actors out there, if you ever get a chance, definitely do a play at least once,
That's
just
right.
to have the
That's right.
experience.
Great advice. You always have great advice.
Thank you.
Now, you've been here in Vegas, Las Vegas?
I grew up here. So I've been
Okay.
here a long time. Well, not long time. I'm not
Okay.
that old, but I want to, oh gosh, like I'm 32, so like
Okay.
30 years, 30,
Okay.
29,
So
30
you
years.
are Vegas. Now I'm going to see how very Vegas you are. That's the
Oh,
reason why I
no.
asked that. So with this question, I do give you multiple choices. So
Okay.
don't worry. I give you 3 multiple choices.
I like options.
So to find out how very, very Vegas you are, the question is, at which hotel was National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation filmed? Right up your alley, too. At which hotel was National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation filmed? Was it at the Rio? Was it at the Frontier? Or the Mirage Hotel and Casino? National Lampoon. I kind of went a little back further, though, than your,
You did.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
did.
going to go with, I don't know.
That was Chevy Chase. You remember Chevy Chase, though, right? You know Chevy Chase?
No.
The actor Chevy Chase. So when we get off air, you look up Chevy Chase, right?
I got
and I need you to watch the National Lampoons.
Okay.
I grew up to that. That was like our favorite vacation. You're going to laugh. It's comedy. Chevy Chase was a beast. They don't make movies like that no more.
Okay.
So when we hang up, you're going to enjoy yourself. Look at National Lampoons. I even have my kids on that. National Lampoons. It's like a tradition now because they have a Christmas one and they all go on vacation, but it's real good. You will laugh, believe me.
Oh, man.
So it's Chevy Chase, though. Yeah,
okay.
Chevy Chase.
So what's the right answer?
Yes.
Because I don't know.
All right. This is going to be the Mirage.
Okay.
So it was at the Mirage. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, in that movie, this is how old it is. That movie, was at the movie, it was at the Mirage. Wayne Newton's estate was in there. The Neon Museum, when it first was built, was in there. And then you have the O'Shea's Casino, which doesn't exist no more. Club Paradise doesn't exist no more. And then they was on Fremont Street Experience when it was old. This was back in the days. Because when I was young, it was old. You get what I mean? So when I was young, it was like in the 70s and 80s. So it's an old film, but it's funny. It's real life.
Okay.
You got to check it out.
Okay.
National Lampoon's Chevy Chase.
National Lampoons. Okay.
All right. So you want to give any shout outs before we head out of here? Any shout outs?
Oh, absolutely. First shout out to God. I have to. I have to.
Amen.
Shout out to God.
Amen.
Before we, went live, we were talking about how I've been tucked away and hiding and everything. And, we were talking about how God prepares us. So when we come out, there's something that we're representing that's worth us putting out there. And just being on this platform is a blessing to me because the fact that you even care to know, where I went from to where I am now and where I'm going is amazing. And I just feel like he is opening doors for me. And it's incredible just falling in love with the process. I'm trusting the process. So shout out to him. Definitely shout out to my parents, my sister. She is definitely my top 5 fans. Whenever I feel down on myself, or if I'm, about to go into that self-sabotage, she'd be like, nope, don't you do that. Don't you do that. No. So, I love her dearly. She is one of my best friends. My small little circle of friends, my best friend, Ashley, she's another supporter. Gosh, I feel like I'm on stage and I just won an award. But definitely my small circle, my friends and family, the supporters, people online, that's been rocking with me. I didn't even know you were rocking with me for 2 years. So shout out to you. It's dope. It's dope. So, people who do believe in me, and even the people that don't, that's the fuel that I need to keep going. So thank you.
There you go. There you go. And stay isolated. Like you say, when you're on your own, and then I'm glad you did mention that in the beginning. We were talking about it, and I said he puts you in solitude away from everybody when you're in that transition to the next level. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we get mad at it and we try to mistake it for loneliness, but it's not. He's working on us and developing us. And when we embrace it, we embrace him. Yeah. And in his name, in the spirit, we can go to that next level. Yeah. And then that's when we fulfill our purpose. Yeah. And you're doing a good job. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Thank you for having me.
Las Vegas. Anytime. We're going to be seeing a lot from you, Las Vegas. You guys, all of her links to her social media platforms, also her website, are in the show notes. You can guys go to the show notes, click support, check her out, follow her, subscribe, and check out the movies. You guys, much love.
Yes, go watch the movie.
Watch the movies. Chandra White. Don't say Chandra. It's not Sandra. It's Chandra. All right, I got it. We're going to see that on the big screens. I'm saying that right now. It's going to be on the big screens. Yeah.
Yes, speaking into existence. Yes.
It's going to be on the big screens. Right. Yes. Just come back on my show when you on the big screens. Come back on my show.
You already know.
I love you guys for listening. I want to thank you. I know you could have been anywhere, but you're here with us. This is a good Friday. Enjoy and be safe. And I'll see you guys next Friday. All right. Chandra, I'll talk to you. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and download. Also, you can email us. Email the show. Any questions, you can email us at visitvegasplaces@gmail.com. And that's visitvegasplaces@gmail.com. And you can also support the show. Support is always welcome. Make sure you can follow the link inside the show notes, and that is on Cash App, $Visit Vegas, $Visit Vegas. Follow us on all social media platforms, you guys, and that's at Visit Vegas Places. And that's whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next Friday at 12 noon Pacific Time Standard.